hope that Niklaus's the communication about the academic week, that will get a bit more people in here. But we're not worried about numbers, we're worried about the quality of the interaction. So before, no man, do you really need this for the...
Because then it gets it on the camera.
Okay, but not so close. Anyway, so before we start, just as a reminder why we're doing academic week in this format this year. We have 4 key priorities, and I try to have the different inputs or presentations or papers that they link to those, the 4 key priorities that we have. The first one is around academic excellence and student success. That's why today we are actually dealing with student retention, first experience, etc. As you saw in the program. Yesterday, the second one is about university in the digital age or the fast industrial revolution. So yesterday, that's what the papers or the presentations dealt with. And then we also have research-led learning and teaching. And that is why you are seeing all the exhibition with all the total papers. So please do take time to have a look at that. It's a very nice exhibition that the library has compiled for us. And then the 4th key priority we will deal with on Thursday, which is really about, in fact tomorrow's one about Project Y also deals with research-led learning and teaching, the focus on learning, how do we inculcate critical thinking or rather enhance critical thinking and research skills in our students. Because we need to now move to the student research and how we can improve that undergraduate level. And then the 4th one is what we will be dealing with on Thursday, which is around the curriculum, curriculum transformation and renewal. So we're focusing on the issue of decolonization of the curriculum, Africanization, etc. That will be on Thursday. And then one of the things Simone mentioned yesterday, that for those of you that weren't here, in the one report where they mentioned what would be the top 10 or so many skills in the foreseeable future, post 2020, you see how high creativity ranked. And that will enable us, so we really need to, and that is why we have UWC Creates on Friday, so that we also foreground the creativity at UWC. Without any further ado, who's going to be first? Vanessa, would you prefer that Sue goes up first?
Because I'll introduce your topic.
Okay, good, and then Vanessa will. And then remember, I would really like your suggestion box. You would have seen the draft retention guidelines. If there's anything that you think Vanessa could augment or maybe change or should be added, please put that in the suggestion box. And so the 2 presentations will be done, and then I think we can have the conversation after that. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Good morning, colleagues. And I think I must actually thank Prof for giving us a space to look at first year experience. And I just want to place first year experience into context. Now, the DVC Academic from her office came up with this APEX projects. And from this project, she came up with 4 pillars with integrated projects. And this pillar that we're looking at is called Enhancing Success of 21st Century Graduates. So under this integrated project, there's a whole lot of other projects or initiatives, and our initiative is called Operation Student Success. And Operation Student Success, Dr. Brown, Vanessa Brown, is the driver of that one. And the 4 initiatives that we have under Operation Student Success is the retention strategy, which Vanessa is going to talk about next. We have the enhancement of the tutor program, first year experience, which I'm going to talk about, and then the whole student experience, which Vanessa is going to talk about also in the next presentation. So this Operation Student Success actually talks to 2 of our IOP goals. Goal 1, which is the holistic student experience, and Goal 2, which is learning and teaching. So now to just give you a little bit of homework. You can take out your phones, and I want you to go to www.mentee.com. Hopefully I'm logged in. At UWC. www.mentee.com. Okay, and then you would see it will ask you for a code. Can you see the code 254110? Put in the code, and then it will ask you, are you involved in any first year initiatives in your departments? Yes or no? One person responded. 3, 4. Catherine, where's your phone? Vanessa, where's your phone? Okay, so from here you can see a lot of them are actually involved. A lot of you are involved in the first year initiatives, and we want to take it forward. We want to bring it together to try and see that we don't have overlap of programs. If somebody is doing a good program, good practice, we want to share that and go to other departments. So let's look at this one. What comes to mind when you think of first year student experience? If you go next and submit, what comes to mind when you think of first year student experience? Who's typing? Oh, workload. Okay, this is good. Uncertainty, fear of university, sense of belonging, curricular and co-curricular, social integration, life-changing, time management, anxiety, stress. We got 9 people that responded. Yeah.
The tool doesn't actually allow for long sentences, so I tried that with the co-curricular and doesn't take the LA or a
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's words.
Yeah, how many words?
Yes. But you could see what comes out quite large from the responses. With first year experience, a lot of confusion, feeling a sense of belonging, student success is important, and dealing with stress. So from there, I'm going to go out of this. And it worked. I was worried because they only give you so many tries. So the aim from looking at when DVC said we need to get involved in first year experience, how we're going to go about doing it, I had come up with an aim, but we later on changed it when we had the workshop, and the aim was to provide student-centered initiatives to enhance first year student transition and a quality first year experience, thereby enabling students to stay and succeed at UWC. Objectives we thought of was to build a community, a sense of community and connectedness with the institution, and you'll see a lot of your words that you mentioned earlier comes out in the objectives. To promote active integration between staff and students, to promote social integration between students and peers, to provide a safe, inclusive and quality first year experience, and to promote students' retention and success. So this was our action plan when we got the idea last year. We said we have to develop an action plan and work towards it. The first thing we needed to do was to get a snapshot of the first year students at UWC. So we did quantitative and qualitative surveys. The quantitative, we sent surveys out to first year students prior to entering into the university to find out about their expectations. And then the qualitative, we did student voices, so digital stories. Then we also established a first year reference group. We have 22 members on the reference group, at least one from every faculty. And then we have registration, we have CIECT, we have CSSS, library, and all the different areas, departments in the institution. We did an audit. A survey went out on first year activities in your faculties, in your units, and we collated that to see where there's overlaps, and we discussed that in the reference group meeting. Last year we had our workshop, and it was a workshop to conceptualize what do we think UWC first year experience should be. And we had 60 staff members that attended the workshop, and Vanessa did the quantitative feedback where she looked at UWC student profile, and I did the qualitative digital stories, and from the information that the participants had, they developed UWC's definition of UWC FYE, and I'll show it to you in the next slide. Then we established UWC FYE framework, which I've given to you. That one hasn't gone out as yet because I still need to meet with the reference group to share this with them, and then they will take it out to their faculties and units. And then our launch should come later on next year because we're still working. It's still in development. Benchmarking has been doing that in local, national and international conferences that I've been attending, and I think we're on the right track. Our working document implementation plan that also has been developed, sitting in the DVC's office, so we'll send that out soon. And then this funding is from the UCDG fund. So I think what I'm going to do first is I want to show you the digital stories of the students, and then you'll see how it matches with how the members defined UWC FYE. This is Denzel's story. Denzel was a first year student last year in EMS.
Allow me to take you through my first experience. At first, I did not know what I was doing. I was nervous, and I did not know what lay ahead of me. What type of people will you meet? How will they act? Will they accept you? Will you fit in? All of the questions I kept asking myself. But at least there was orientation. Orientation eased me into the transition from high school to university. I met many different people with various different backgrounds. Students that came from the Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal, Limpopo, and even my home province, Mpumalanga. Orientation put in 2 words: amazingly memorable. We had so much of fun and learned the pulse of the university. We had talks and presentations about the various facilities and societies available to UWC students. My peer facilitator was so friendly and helpful during the days of orientation, and till today we still converse. My first few days of residence were dull and quiet. This is because I used to shy myself away from the other residents and only converse with my roommate. Today I'm proud to say that I have many friends and residents which I can relate to. We occasionally host heart-to-heart bonding sessions which allow us to create a safe environment to express ourselves and to empathize with one another. These bonding sessions also allow the university journey to be a little bit easier. I do not know what I would do without my friends. Another factor which makes university much more different from high school is intending and self-discovery. I come from a place where one cannot express oneself freely without being judged. At university, there is a sense of acceptance and people are more open-minded to your opinions and views. where ideas are shared and are taken in and considered. At university, I feel more human than I would at any other place on this earth. University also creates activities in which one can get involved in. I am currently in the process of fulfilling a house committee member position at my residence. I feel that this will allow me to grow personally and socially, creating networks which will make it easier for me to interact with other people in the workplace. Although it might seem that our journey has ended, it has not. There are still many memories to be formed in our diaries. Our journey is long, but we will surely complete it. My advice to first years is, come with an open mind, loving heart, and a sparkling smile. Oh, and don't forget to drag determination and discipline along. Thank you.
The second year EMS student, let me just show you